buff. We've been seeing Jotun's Wrath be a prominent first or second item for these Ulers, gives them a lot of lane pressure. I'm expecting a lot of boxing coming out of the duo lane.
Yeah, all those Mace Tree items that got buffed generally were buffed to support the junglers, right? But Uller benefits from just about every single one. Brawler's Beat Stick, additional power. Yeah, Ul likes that. Jotun's Wrath getting cheaper. Ul likes that. Crusher getting more power. Ul loves that.
Well, we'll see who's going to love getting this win here. Both these teams want it, but only one can get it. Jade Dragons and Atlantis Leviathans start right now.
Back in the studio we go for the Dragons and the Leviathans. It's Dolson, Gore, and Doug for Game 1, Game 2, and potentially Game 3.
Fit the assassin mark a little bit better. And so Gilgamesh just fits in the jungle better than he does in the solo lane, better than he would over in support. And it makes things a little more interesting.
Collapse onto Shinto. Sanford Soccer's here. Thunder Crash out off of PBM up and over. First blood to the Jade Dragons, but it's a great dropkick. PBM with the horrific emblem. Will it slow down Pentatom? No, it won't. The last bit of mana is there, and the Gilgamesh is in and out with a return kill, but there is more fighting to be had. Sanford Soccer sends a slow, sends some damage Pentatom's way, but PBM will back in base, respawning. Hurrywin grabs himself another, and the Jade Dragons off to a good start here.
I think really heads up. That being said, it also fits their style pretty well.
Oh, that's a stun, and then a stun, and then a slow, and then a kill onto Panatom. The Jade Dragons pile on, and it's going to get just a little bit worse. Thunder Crash out. That's enough from Shinto, but the tick damage sends him into the grave, and it's Hurrywin who gets it done yet again. And I think it was a transformation once more. Yeah, that didn't trip me up. Not the first time, definitely not the second time here. I've been spot on through and through and through, and the Jade Dragons score. This is what you expect from this team. It's that high octane yesterday that maybe shouldn't have happened. You know, Kabam jokes, Mike jokes about the carries not securing those objectives. But in the first couple matchups that we've seen, first couple games, and now the first 7.5 minutes of the third game, the Jade Dragons have looked back to their old selves, and stuff like this is why another kill happening here in duo.
And another good showcase. I mean, what's Zap going to do here? Panda Cat, yeah, might almost be dead. Zap has no mana. He just has to watch and can't really re-engage and get anything done.
The upgrades have felt pretty good on the hunters that we've seen here. I wonder if the Jade Dragons look towards Gold Fury or maybe another pick. Rongyu has no chance.
God.
Incredible stun. Fantastic from Rongyu there, but unfortunately didn't stand much of a chance. The collapse in so quick from the Jade Dragons. And now Rongyu down for the second time this game. Can you get something done on the other side of the map? Final K dashes out of the slow and then lurking in the waters. So a shield, and then you get him low, and it's going to be difficult to finish off that health bar with the Bulwark. I mean, this Sobek already 3 items in. It's just going to be annoying to deal with, and then he's got some of that tick damage pulsing out there as well. Oni Fury started up. This time the Leviathans on the left side of the map. Hurrywin over on the left, though. He'll transform into the Nike. Leaping in is Hurrywin, and the collapse is here from the Jade Dragons. Tycho Drums doing so much in the backline. And that Shinto, PBM has been left alone. Panda Cat dueling it out with Yarkor, and Yarkor wins that one. Shinto gets another kill on the PBM on the backside of the fight as Final K trying to chase one down. It's a split-up fight from the Dragons, and the Leviathans better off for it. 3 for none.
I mean, we talk about it every time we watch them play, but sometimes it still surprises you when it happens. They get a 5-on-5, and guess who comes out on top? It's the team that was trailing by about 5K gold, a team that had virtually no kills at the beginning of that one. It's just because they group up so well. Acceptable some of that CC. He has no beads.
Yep.
I mean, you've got to be looking at these little moments where Leviathans might be able to find a much bigger kill than is expected.
Yarkor blinks forward, got Hurrywin into the slow. Hurrywin walking away, but Yarkor chases him down. Transformation into the Gilgamesh. That'll give him the bubble, but Hurrywin has to leave this fight. Over on the other side of the map, there's some good disruption from Final K, but Panatom drops him against the wall, and Final K the first casualty of this fight, but Sanford Soccer chases down on the left. Shinto is the return kill here. Panda Cat uses both of his actives. Zapman calls him on it, and the Leviathans make it a 2 for 1.
I mean, about as simple as it gets. The Leviathans have 2 plays in their playbook. Shinto or Zap will die, and the other will carry. Those are the 2 plays.
There you go.
Shinto team only picking up 2 kills.
Man, Panatom just makes life uncomfortable for Hurrywin there. Just runs him down in mid. And when your Morgan isn't able to participate in the fights, I mean, you talk about all the transformation options. Sanford Soccer will have to use both dashes, even the slow to get out of this one. He's trading effectively with Panatom, but I'm not sure you win the 2v1. Now when Zapman jumps in, Sanford Soccer gone for a minute. And the Leviathans 2v1 on left buys him a little bit of space.
Is where the Fire Giant finally starts. And if Final K has his bubble back, they're going to need to fight this.
Wow, this is going quickly. The Dragons had some objectives stolen from them yesterday. Can they make some magic happen of their own. Shinto into the Taiko drums. That'll connect for some damage onto PBM, who's got to leave. Yarkor has made life hell for the backline of the Jade Dragons, and that won't change here in this fight. Hurrywin will leap away after transforming into the Nike once again, but how far can you go? The grave is the answer. Zapman gets another, and the Leviathans, they continue to roll here. Staggered kill. Hurrywin now down for a minute, and back to the FG we go. Looks like this time it'll be secured.
A huge kill onto the Morrigan. You get all of the cooldowns for Final K's items. You're slowing down, and a lot of relics to face it. I mean, Panda Cat has nothing to work with after that fight. That is a not only clean FG fight, but a good pickup for the Leviathans. Really recognizing, it feels like coming from Zapman, but realistically, you see where Wrong Yu, Yarkor, and Panatom are just creating so much space. The slows, the stuns, they're great.
There's still a big death timer on Hurrywin here. If the Leviathans just win this fight outright, this game is over, and it might be anyway. Leviathans piling on. Down goes Panda Cat first. Sanford Soccer soon to follow. Leviathans, they have spun this game around, and now they're looking to close it out here in the Titan room. On the Titan siege, PBM stunned out. Hurrywin gets one on a Panatom. That's a big
Zap.
Zapman plucked on back. A lot of damage now missing. It's a double kill for Hurrywin. Then this offensive siege has been dispelled. The Leviathans leaving the base. But they have a Phoenix in tow.
Yeah, they slow him down, they stop him, but they don't necessarily get enough turned back. That is a great kill to have onto Zapman, though. Just opening up that conversation.
He just, right?
Because they hated Bubble Buddy.
Right. Oh no, so I was right. SpongeBob didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
All right, that tracks, and that's a good job for me. We'll go to this next Fire Giant. This one enhanced. About a 1 minute delay before we get there. What you can't do, Final K, is get picked off.
Oh, what a stun!
Is massive from Wrong You.
That's
Goodbye,
huge.
Final K. The Jade Dragons lose their solo laner, and there's a minute. There is 1 minute on Final K's death timer, but you can't lose another. Panda Cat's got to get out, and he won't. Leviathans might not need the FG. They will surge down the mid lane and attempt to end this game.
That was some ridiculous amounts of damage from Zapman. And now you got PBM getting chased out. They take down the Phoenix.
Man.
They're good.
You're going to need more magic from Hurrywin. Sanford Soccer's going to have to get it done as well. Hurrywin can't transform. What's the target? The Titan can't transform. The Titan doesn't have an Aegis. Hurrywin jumps into the back. They're on Shinto, but Zapman free swinging onto the Titan. The Leviathans were down 5k gold earlier in this game, and they'll fall the Titan and beat the Dragons in game one.
Yeah, a very, very convincing first 12 minutes from the Dragons, but you could start to see when it slipped, and it happened in one fight where they really swing things back.
For a lot of these hunters, we've been seeing a lot of them actually pick this up, no matter if they're going towards a little bit more attack speed oriented or if they're just going for that raw power. So I'm very, very excited to see this matchup in the duo lane. You have this Terra Ho Yi going up against the Heimdall and the Ares, who you kind of given that 2v2 favor towards.
The 2v2 itself, inside the lane, you've got decent sustain from the Terra, so if it becomes a war of attrition, Leviathans might have a lead, but I just can't slight the kill potential of an Ares.
Well, let's see what happens in game number 2 between the Leviathans and the Dragons. Can the Leviathans bring it home? Well, let's go and find out.
Well, it's been a weekend of game 2 so far, so maybe the Leviathans will continue that trend. It's up to the Jade Dragons to break that trend.
Again,
Still
just really good pickups and really good presence of mind. But it showcases you have to keep your eyes on this Pele, a popular pick for Sam that hasn't been as successful.
Panatom's walking in. Panda Cat has beads. Polar Bear Mike does not. You might not even need Panatom, but there surely is first blood around the corner, and there is, and it's Wrong You who grabs it. And Panatom, there or not, looked like a first blood for the Leviathans. Bit of an overstay from PBM. And the Ares goes down first.
But this is a good rotation. Look at
great
Hurry
rotation.
and Sam.
They don't have a lot of mana. It's Wrong You and Zapman almost have no mana. Hurrywin into the Taiko drums. Sam will chase down Wrong You, and there's another support casualty in this game, and this time it's the Leviathans. Jade Dragons answer back, and they answer back quickly, and Hurrywin getting that kill, huge for the Dragons.
And honestly, maybe more worthwhile. Not only do you get the kill for Hurrywin, but you also burn the beads on Wrong You. He pops them really early there, and that's a good recognition of the map state. And good rotation from Sam for Soccer to make sure they're there. Both junglers didn't use their ults, so maybe that's going to be a big benefit.
Oh my god, Panatom is still going. We are still fighting here in game number 2. Will the chains connect on a PBM? One does. That'll pull it back in. Big volley of damage. Panatom has got the last bit, but Sam for Soccer rotates to mid and another trade out. Another kill for Hurrywin. Leviathans start it. Dragons finish it.
That one's way better for the Dragons this time around. Support for support, first blood bounty going towards Wrong You. That feels like it's beneficial despite Hurrywin getting the kill on the other side. That one is support for jungle. Now Yarkor's
still going. We're still going. There's a cage down for Yarkor, but fine, okay. We'll put him in the dirt. Wrong You rotates through. No chance to steal away that two sides.
Dominance, exactly. Yeah, that was the next one. Which maybe fits the Hachi a little bit better. Maybe it fits Hu Yi just as well. We'll have to wait and see, but he's going to have a lot of prominence, especially fighting in like pits. He was looking potentially to dive into the purple buff here. I just think Zapman's got a lot of control over this side of the map.
Yeah, you think Gore, he's dueling with the enemy mid laner. Suns go down, and they're on top of Hurry Win. 1v1, it's good. Zapman stands strong. Red buff invade by the wayside. Polar Bear Mike now gonna get run down. Will the chains be good? Yes, they will. 2 pulled in. PBM gets 1, but Zapman with the ricochet has got another. Up into the pal. Out goes Panda Tom. Zapman looking for 3, but Shinto's got it instead. Panda Cat connects with Wrong You on the ultimate, takes the Crystalline out. Leviathans win another big one.
They get a lot of beads burned on the other side, but Panatom's not done. He blinks forward. He's going to have the dash. He might get the kill here as well, and that is a huge swing for the Leviathans, and one that admittedly was kind of still got 2 at the end of the day, plus he took the red buff, plus they win the fight after.
Sanford Soccer does have a slight lead here over Panatom. You're 2 levels down over in Hunter if you're the Jade Dragon, so you're not wanting to fight on the left side of the map right now. Panatom dashes into Sanford Soccer. What a setup from Yarkor, and the sweeping strike will put down the Pele. Beads used by FineOK, and the chains will not pull the Odin back in, and that is all the help Yarkor on that one. The next big objective here, Gore, there's a Pyro on one side, a Gold Fury on the other. Though with the way the Leviathans are playing, you might not even be looking for the objective first. You might be looking for a kill. Rongyu's going to get pulled in here. Pretty big ultimate down. Can you pile on enough damage? Looks like yes, and Rongyu will go down to PBM. But Sanford Soccer, have you done too much? He's gotten an assist on the kill, and then Panatom jumps back in and adds his 3rd of the game.
Just sit back and farm for a little bit.
Yeah, and looking at build score, I mean, kind of standard from what we've expected over in the mid lane. Zapman has been aggressing on fights here recently. Will he survive this one? Gonna be tough. Chains out from PBM. Zap gets pulled back in. Just a little bit of damage is all you need. Polar Bear Mike likely to be the one who gets this kill. Aegis is out though. Forces Sanford Soccer to dash on through. Now Panatom rotates in. Sees Panda Cat down on the ground, who will use the beads. Couple other chains connect as well. Panatom now under threat. He'll have to dash away. Thunder Crash forward from Hurry Wind. Is the damage there? Not onto Panatom, but it might be
good
onto
stun.
Rongyu. FineOK gets a stun. Onto Rongyu. Locks him into the cage, but Rongyu will walk on out. Phantom pickup. Good use of that from the Leviathan support. Shinto getting burned away here as well. It's 1 pick for the Dragons
to be able to take, despite the fact that it's only 1 kill. They get a lot of pressure on the map, and now they can zoom back over potentially for a Pyro.
Polar Bear Mike does not have his ultimate, does have Ankh. I'm not sure that saves his life here. Yarkor with the onslaught chasing down the Ares. FineOK has been relegated to peeling out this backline. That'll slow down the kill onto Polar Bear Mike, but it will not stop it entirely. Zapman dealt some good damage to FineOK here as well. Great timing. Pyromancer's up. Maybe a reply from the Dragons.
That's going to be a good, clean, neutral objective. But Herwin's still here, has his ult as well.
Has his ultimate.
Might throw something over the wall. No, they're not going to look for the Pyro. They are still looking for a little bit of blood.
Ooh, Panatom dash forward onto Hurrywind, who dashed away. Panda Cat will exchange a dash. As FineOK has been big early on in this game. Yarkor's caught back up and levels the King Arthur. Is going to be an absolute menace, especially now with Mantle of Discord there. You get Yarkor low, you're eating a stun on the front line of these fights. The Jade Dragon's going to kick things off here. Oni Fury plugging down a little bit of damage. Yarkor and Panatom rotating around the back side of the fight here, and Yarkor has found the back line. It's a perfect target. Panatom up into the powerhouse. Taiko Drums is the answer from Hurrywind, and look at the damage that's found its way onto Panatom. Mike uses the ultimate, but FineOK running down Zapman. Down goes Panatom. Zapman has the Aegis back up in the air. He goes, he'll jump away, but it's followed up by FineOK. Hurrywind in the meantime, whittling down the health bars. The Jade Dragons come up big, and they get at least 3. They might even add 4 and 5.
That's just such a huge pickup for him. I mean, in terms of even not picking up Shinto, but they do seem like they are not going to let this go, getting a full-on deicide. That's such a good bait. They pull things in, and the minute they go too deep, with all the beads and relics they had available, they weren't worried about Panatom's damage, weren't worried about Panatom being able to pull anybody, and Panatom jumps off the Palau quickly and in the midst of all the dragons, leaving them all kind of worse for wear on the side of the Leviathans, separated from top to bottom, you know, right around the top of the Gold Fury pit, all the way down to right next to their red buff. Didn't seem like there was enough pressure to peel any of the dragons away from the carries by the time they finally decided to.
This is going on here in game 2. You're
wrong, you don't get out of there. No.
Sanford Soccer. He's around behind Zapman. It's a big 1v1. Sanford Soccer got to be favored. Zapman, the Aegis is great. He'll drop damage onto Sanford Soccer. Up in the sky goes Zapman. He'll drop back down, but FineOK's here. Makes it a 2v1. And that's not one that Jade Dragons will lose. You've opened up all 3 Phoenixes. You've lost your Hunter.
Still got a good number of players over here on the right-hand side, though. So I think the defense possible, although still at a deficit.
Oh, there's pings on Panatom, and think about the powwow and how important that's been in kind of returning picks here. It's a 4v5 on defense. The Phoenix taking a little bit of damage here. Panatom now back in base after pushing out one more wave. Cage from Fino K, fantastic. Wrong you will send him on out with the Phantom, but Sanford Soccer's already deleted one. Up in the powwow is Panatom. Shinto grabs the kill onto Sanford Soccer. That keeps this fight interesting, but look at the health bars, or the lack thereof. The Jade Dragons with big plays. PBM pulls in a couple. The Jade Dragons, they'll look to send us on to a game 3. Hardcore goes back into the fountain. Shinto is back in there as well. You're going to have to fight on out. You're going to have to fight away from your Titan, but you won't be able to. Game 3 looms as the Jade Dragons take game 2.
And that's just, I mean, from minute 1, that game is scrappier, and it feels like it's just
Likely going to be this Raijin on a mid.
Have we ever seen Cthulhu support? Thinking off the top of my head,
A couple of times.
have we? Even in SPL?
Yeah,
I
like once
imagine-
or twice.
Okay. I can't recall a time seeing, but maybe we see it here. There's always potential. There's always something that can happen, but we'll see if it goes back to the standards. Game number 3. Winner comes out to be the first seed. Who's it going to be? Will it be Leviathans or the Dragons? Let's take it to the casters to break it out.
One final time we will go into game with Dolson, Gore, and Doug, and the Leviathans and the Dragons.
entertaining. I think Zapman streams maybe the most often, but I know I see Inbound a lot, Fine OK a lot throughout all
Plenty
of
of
theirs.
options.
Not a lot of PBM, but every now and then, maybe.
He'll grace us every once in a while. Also, a lot of this in this set. Mid lane, 2v2, level 2. Sanford Soccer goes down. Panatom, yes please, on first blood. Shinto
Yet
able to
another
get away.
kill denied from Sam, and Panatom's just been lurking on this left-hand side.
Here, and he's got Blink, and he's
taunt.
got Taunt. 9 turns Blessing onto 2, and the chain CC is there, and it is swift. PBM down. Level 4, no chance for the Scarabs. Blessing wouldn't have made a difference anyway. Leviathans find another early on, and another one to along with. We wondered if and when we saw Erlang Shen, how that build would look. Remember, it was a lot of Ikavale into something like the Stone Cutting Sword. But right now, Gore, it feels like those auto attackers that still want to build into that mace tree love this Crusher first item. Panatom able to snag that one there for himself. Zapman into the Jotun's Wrath. Panatom taunts Sanford Soccer through. PBM will save the life of Sam. And it's a kill on board now for the Jade Dragons. Nearly a second as Hurrywin sent the Taiko drums right down Main Street.
That isn't some tier 1 tower dive to kill off. Not too surprising to see it be very kind to the Dragons here.
Panda has beads. His ultimate now.
Uh-oh.
Jump forward from
Zap one's
Zapman. Panda Cat. When will the beads come out? Got to be at some point here, but now Panda Cat on the wrong side of the lane. It's just a matter of who. Plenty of good options here between Panatom, Zapman, and Wrong You. One of the first 2 will get it, and it's Zapman who runs down Panda Cat. That was a lot of burst damage onto Panda Cat to give that fight early. Tiamat's, the high up priority gods in Shinto's god pool, and then Merlin is still available at the end, and PBM will use the Scarab's Blessing on himself, and that'll put him right back in place. The damage from Shinto on the end, not enough to get the kill on a PBM, but might be enough for Sam for Soccer. The lifesteal on the other side for Sam, tops him off just a little bit up in the sky. Is fine, okay, where will he land? And it's on top of Panatom, but immediately dashes away. Zapman joins this fight from the left side of the map as well. Fine, okay, knocked up, locked down, taken down. Leviathans grab another.
And now they're going to continue aggressing. They've got Yarkor and they've got Hurrywin on the ropes.
Hurrywin stunned, killed. Shinto adds another. The Leviathans ripping through the early game. And down goes Hurrywin for the first time this game. Fine OK does as well, and there's a Gold Fury on the menu on the other side.
I always forget how massive Cthulhu is. It is something that you start to pay reverence to when he is standing and looming over you. Creates so much of a distraction.
Gold lead on their side. Maybe it's around the red buff. And yeah, you're going to send Yarkor forward. You're going to let him be the one zoning things out here and maybe engaging. Sanford Soccer rooted in place. A fear on the other side as well. Wrong You no good with the stun. And you can tell what the mindset is, Gore, of the Jade Dragons. We'll throw in some damage. We'll try to poke things out, but we do not want to counter-engage right now unless it's on to Zapman, and that's a massive stun! Zapman turns it around. Panda Cat won't get the kill. It's a 2v1. That's not to be. Leviathans, Hunter, Zapman coming up big.
And what a just insane amount of damage to drop down in the matter of an instant. Zap perfectly fine.
Does the burn potential. We're now seeing as Frenzy gets used. The Leviathans doing this quickly. Can the Jade Dragons reply? PBM sends it forward, and there will not be a steal in the backline. Yarkor attempting to fight even more. He'll go big here, pops the thorns, but out of this fight go the Jade Dragons. The Leviathans get the Fire Giant quietly, but Panatom wants to make some noise. Polar Bear Mike scurries away. Scarab's Blessing pinned on out, and the Leviathans move forward in 4. Shinto gets both. Leviathans get FG, all 5. Tier 2 tower on right falls as well.
Now you have Panda Cat who pushed down, got a tier 1 over there in left. Sam managed to push forward in mid, but I don't know. I mean, 3v5, you've got to do a big defense.
Right? Oh, look at the Leviathans.
They're going to go in.
The call. They want to end this game. They want to end this set. The Leviathans have Fire Giant on 5. Panda Cat, Hurrywind. They've got to go big in their own base. The damage melting its way in onto the Titan. That's a big ultimate from Panda Cat. A dash out from the Leviathans will delay things just a little bit further. Wrongu melted down. Zip for Soccer finds it first, and he'll live on the back end as well. Zapman leaving, Leviathans leaving. This game goes on.
I think they have the damage, but not anywhere near the amount that they need to, especially with Panda Cat joining the fray, Mike being back. A few hundred health could have decided a commit or the fallback.
Wrongu is dead for only 1 more second. So he'll be back on the base. Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Plenty of damage for you, Sam for Soccer. Shinto delivers the killing blow, but Zapman did 99.99% of the damage at the beginning of that fight. Old man Zap is feeling it, something fierce here in game number 3. 3:05 on
can
the
still
tower.
be a huge player for this team fight, and the Leviathans are doing such a good job. They have all 5 of their ults just waiting to be used for their collapse.
It's the steepest hill to climb in Smite. All 3 Phoenixes down, 5 members of the other team with Fire Giant. But the Jade Dragons like their chances of getting it done, maybe less so that the Scarab's Blessing is already used. Sam for Soccer on left, has no HP left. He dashes back in, doesn't get the execute on the Panatom. Polar Bear Mike stays alive. Final K does not. The Jade Dragons, like dust in the wind, back into the fountain, and the Leviathans end this set in 3.
I mean, that one was, I think, the cleanest of all of these games. Most of them had some early game and then some swipes, some back and forth. But of course, this one was very good control early on from the Leviathans. Good kills to the point where